Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is the Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games in a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you like what you see, remember to hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Motorsport Manager episode 81. Holy cow, this series has been going on for a while now, hasn't it? I'm still getting views, but one thing is I've definitely noticed over time viewership is down, and I'm not sure if that's because Motorsport Manager is a bit of an older game now. They've had 3 mobile versions come out since without seeing any hint of a sequel for the PC game here, and there are plenty of racing management sims out there, and there's a whole bunch of online ones, mobile ones that have just recently been released. And there's certain things that they do in terms of the evolution that this doesn't. But most things, this game still does it better than all of them that are out there on the market. So the natural evolution of the racing management sim is taking place, but I think this series is overdue for a Motorsport Manager 2 on PC. And maybe they're working on it. I mean, it's been 6 months since the online mobile Motorsport Manager 3 came out. So maybe we're going to get that soon. Maybe we'll see that soon. I don't know. It would certainly be nice. But in the meantime, and before I get into the race, and we'll get there soon, this is episode 81. The series has been going on a long time, and as what happens with every long-running series on YouTube, slowly but surely, the numbers get smaller and smaller and smaller. You very rarely get someone new watching a series when you're on episode 81. They're going to go watch the previous 80, if anything. And it doesn't mean that it's impossible for them to find number 1. But I can tell you that when this series first started, I was on an old microphone. I was just getting started. The channel was just launching. So going back and just catching episode 1 and starting from there, well, it's not the same thing as where we're at now. So I'm coming up on my summer overhaul, where I'm going to have some new games, new series entering the channel. And Motorsport Manager is not going anywhere. I love this game. I think it is great for the channel. And if and when we go to a Motorsport Manager 2 PC version, and again, I have not heard any announcements, I'm just speculating on that there will be a sequel to this, that will obviously be on the channel. That said, I'm 81 episodes into this series, and I'm coming up on the end of the season in just 2 races, so I've got 1 more episode after this one before the season wraps up. What I'm thinking about doing, instead of continuing on into the next season, is starting a new Motorsport Manager series using the Fire Fantasy 2019 mod, which uses the real-life Formula 1 teams, drivers, liveries, and adds a couple teams into the mix. I would be taking one of those couple additional teams, or even possibly remaking it myself. I haven't decided on that, but I think I would probably take one of those fantasy teams that is added in, and then managing them. So, a reset, but starting right away at Formula 1 level, just at the bottom. Start with kind of whatever that last place team is of those 2 fantasy squads. So let me know in the comments below if you think it's time for a refresh from Motorsport Manager Episode 1 or whether I should really stick with this series if I don't have very many viewers left at this point. Like I said, 81 episodes in, and it was a small channel, and it was a tiny channel when I started this series. Literally 0 subscribers when I started this series, because this series has been in since day one when I started this channel. So it's amazing that we've gone this far, this long, this many episodes into this, and it's awesome. But should I hit that reset button or keep it going? Let me know in the comments below. Without any further ado, let's go racing. We are back in Rio de Janeiro again. 2 races in a row, sadly. But that's our calendar, so we're going to go racing there again. I did not retain any of the information that would give me some sort of additional edge, so we'll be finding out from scratch, just as if we didn't race here a week ago. You might be watching the episode back to back, maybe not. And you might go, well, duh, I knew what your setup was. It was a week ago for me. I don't recall what my setup was at this point, or how long the tires were going to last. Though I think we were on the soft compound, the middle, not the hard. I want to say. How did we do in the race? Let's see. Verstappen, no points. Herta, 10 points. Okay. And we do have a positive balance again, and we didn't even go in the red. Yay, we made it. And we've got another sponsorship coming up, so we will be able to, and I actually even have a new sponsorship where we actually could collect a little bit of additional funding for a top 10. So I think the Super Softs were good here. I think. One stop Super Softs? See, I don't remember. We'll bring 2 sets of softs. We'll bring 3 of the Super Softs, and then the rest are Ultras. So we'll have it extra Ultra Soft. I don't think I need 2 softs, but just in case. No, we didn't. Oh, I'm taking the risk. Taking a risk. See, now part of me wants to just go back and watch that video and start this one all over again after I check that. Nope, not happening. Too late. 23 laps. Funny thing is I remember that. It was 23 laps. I wanted to say that these go for, 16, 17 laps. That's super soft. I think we're, like a 12 lap, 13 lap kind of tire. So I think super softs are perfect for a one-stop strategy, maybe even 14 or 15, while these were like 18, 19 or 20, like not quite the full race, but almost. And then the Ultras. No parts to fit. It's been a while since we've had any parts to fit. Next season. Or, hey, new series. Let me know. Again. Love some feedback. Alright, well, here we are again. It's Rio, but that is definitely Interlagos. Just a few things altered. And it's raining. It's very raining. Mother Nature is crying. She's so sad. Alright, we have both guys coming out and downforce right on the edge. I want to say there was downforce and yeah, I don't know. I don't remember. We'll find it soon enough, the balance. '80s cross board. And let's get to the practice. Alright, we are on the race trim for you. Okay, here we go. Yes, I was right. Yes, I was right. Okay, good. Hey, we got a couple sets of Ultras extra this time. That'll be handy. Herda already on the Ultra. And they're both on the Ultra, so we'll get that one taken care of. It is raining. It's damp. And it looks like there's not going to be much to it. And we're supposed to get some grips, so... bring them both in. One thing I do remember about that last episode, I call this a whale. See? Head, mouth, fin, tail. Kind of a double tail, but, you know, out at one edge, just flappy, right? See, there you go. I'm not crazy. Maybe a little. Downforce, good. Handling, bad. And speed, good. Take a little more of that. There you go. %73%. Probably going the wrong way. I probably need more oversteer and more acceleration knowing this track, but this game doesn't always follow suit with those. Oh, okay, I got it right. We're all green now. Kermit's coming to the party. But now we need Barney. Never thought I'd say that. Never. .93, a little bit further to go here. So I'll spread those out a little bit more. And I'm going to let them run for a little bit so we can get some bonuses. There's level 1 on the Ultras. Race trim, level 1. Level 2. Alright, well, we got 2 Barneys. But Kermit's feeling a little green. Or should I say, a yellow. So we need to bring the speed balance down. There you go, that should just about do it. And you are nearly done, so we're going to put you on the Super Softs. Leave your partner in crime out there committing the crime that is running on a tire that we're only going to need for a very short while. Now we got bonuses all over the board, different places, and we're about to hit that last one. So Herda, there we go, Herda, ready to come in. Now, just running neutral did get him hot after a while, so tire heating is going to be a bit of an issue for us in this race. We added a single percentage point, so we need a little bit more downforce. Take 3/10, okay. So That was great. That's excellent. That was great. That was great. That was good. Great. So do we need more top speed, or have we gone too far? We only added 1%. If you only added 1% and one went from great to excellent and the others both stayed great, something went the wrong way. I'm guessing it's the speed balance. So let's bring the speed balance back the other way. And let's bring these back this way. And we've hit the bonus, right? Yes. On to the supers. Max back in. Still got some bonus work to do, so we'll get him right back out there. We're at 98%. And 98% is going to have to cut it. Only 2 Barneys and 1 Kermit. 3 laps. Go get him, Tiger. AKA Tony Max. Max, because, you know, for stat, right? Alright, we got some action. And yes, tires slightly overheating. Not as bad on the supers as they are on the ultras. There's level 2 bonuses. There's a level 3 bonus. And here comes another level 3 bonus. And 1 left to go. And there we go. We'll bring both guys in. Bonuses are done. We'll check that setup one last time, see where we're at. You're still at 98 because I didn't change anything. Yeah. And Herda, he's got triple Barneys. It's all purple smiley faces, 99%. And you can see there's a very small difference, only 0.4 of a second between the 2 tires. Cutting out a full pit stop or 2 is well worth it. Tire wear, let's check that one last time here. In the final seconds of, let's see, 10, 14. Yeah, 4 more laps, 1 less pit stop. Well worth 0.4 of a second over 23 laps. I mean, do the math on that one for a second, and we're looking at like 11 seconds, give or take. So we lose 11 seconds over the course of the race being on a slower tire. But the pit delta, the time you lose going into pit road and then doing a pit stop and getting out, is over 20 seconds. Depending on the track. It's pretty short, pretty straightforward here, but it's also on a straightaway, so you're losing a lot of the slowdown time into the pits, and then the exit getting back up to speed. That's going to cost you additional time. Now, of course, in real life, it's down around that turn 1, 2, 3 sequence where you're coming out of turn 3 with that, but yeah, with Interlagos, a little bit different here. That's significant time loss, the way this track is set up, so at least in game, so you're losing at least 20 plus seconds. And then the soft compound is even more, and completely unnecessary because you can run most of the race on that soft compound and then run ultras where you're only gaining that 0.4 for what, 4 or 5 laps over that other tire. But you're losing a lot more on the soft. You lose almost all race long. Alright, they're both set on ultras, so we're going to take that set of bonuses today. I do have extra tires to use. 99, 98%. Not perfect, but it's good. Now, you want me in the top 10 for 200,000. I don't want to be in the top 10. I care more about my finish. So, we take qualifying. I'll go for the other 200,000 in the race. Now, ooh, we're going to get some rain, but it's going to dry out. Oh, slow down. You're saying dampness. You're not showing rain, but you're saying dampness. So it might just rain again. Track's dry now. I'm going to get one of them out there right now. Herda. There we go. Alright. Away we go. Get those temps up. Braking. Up. Braking. Okay, go. It's really hard to get the tire temps up today with the damp nature of this place. Ever so slightly overheated and a little bit cold. 340 to go. And yes, we are looking at rain at the end. So Max, it's time to go. Get your lap in. Alright, Herda starting his flying lap. And here comes Max out on track. It looks like he's got plenty of room to run. Okay, those tire temps coming up a lot faster for him, as I started a lot sooner on that. Alright, now he can cool off through this rhythm section with a lot of shorter, tighter turns. Uh-oh. Right as he's about to start his lap. Perfect on the tire temps, only slightly overheated. That's good. And Herda, 6th fastest. Holy cow. Max is going to be a little off the pace. It's just a little bit damp. It's going to stop, but then it's going to start again. Max is going to... Oh, he is actually really close to a top time right now. 7th and 8th fastest. Whew. Some of that has got to be... Yeah, see, these guys are all getting better times now, too. Some trying to come out on the inters as time runs out. But we are clear through. No problems. No problems. Times are down. There you go. 10th and 11th. And Charles Leclerc goes fastest for Ferrari. And I love how in this game he ended up on Ferrari, just like in real life. We started this playthrough long before that ever happened. And there's Prima, the team that he won the F2 championship for. Eliminated here, but Ocon last place. Mick Schumacher in 19th. And Joseph Newgarden out in Q1. That is the wet weather for you. And we got... Oh, no, we don't have... That's not 200,000. It's Q2. Yeah. I don't want to get into Q3. I really don't. The chances of that definitely just went up with 2 top 6 cars out in Q1. not timing their laps correctly, ending up out in the wet. It's dry here, it's dry now. I need to, get somebody out there and get a time going just in case. So, Colton up first. There's not much grip after the rains in Q1. So we're starting off pretty low on grip. Okay, it looks like the brakes are going to be a lot closer to being right. We got them good. Tire temps a little bit cold. I thought it was going to shoot up more than it did at that last moment. That's why I had them a little below. Okay, look at the weather. We're just fine. Now, perfect. The ideal situation would be 11th and 12th. That's where I want to be, but it's going to be so hard to get that nailed just right. Norris a second clear of everybody else so far. Herta is 3/10 behind after the first sector, just about 8/10 behind at the second. So he'll be over a second down probably. And we need to get our first time in for our Verstappen. We might bait 2 runs here, but I'm so nervous about getting too far too fast and just screwing our race up. Herta 6th at the moment. He's ahead of 3 cars at 1.242 down. Okay, his brake temps are way too high. We can at least get the tire temps where we want them. Perfect on the tire temps, brake temps well overheated. Herta is now in P10, just about a perfect spot here if one car can get above him. So I don't think I want to run a second time as he's got 4 guys behind him right now. But if they improve, he could drop all the way to 15th. And we've got 2 Renaults behind who seem unlikely to cover that much ground. So maybe we can keep those 2 behind. Harold, Marilainen, I think one of those could go faster for sure and get above us. Max a little bit further behind than Herta was at this point, but we were on Norris's time. Now it's got his time at the top. 8/10 behind is, again, a little bit behind where Herta was at this point in time. And whoa, Max goes 7th quickest. Ouch. Oh, he had an excellent sector 3. Boy, that is higher than I want to be. Herta in the perfect position right now, out in P11. I really don't want him to get a second time in. I want to make sure I've got at least 1 car out. I'm really nervous about... let's see, DS Sanchez. Half a second. Oh, wow. Half a second down after 2 sectors. That's looking like a good time for the Renault. We'll see how he does. I've got just enough time right now to get out for another lap. Just enough. DS Sanchez all the way up to 7th. That's actually a good thing because then... Let's try. Come on. We've got 2 sets of tires. We might as well. Herta, let's get a better time in. Giovinazzi's going faster. Nakashida goes faster, but he's still slowest. I can bring him in if I need to. Verstappen, we still need to drop him 3 spots. Giovinazzi, please go faster. Please go faster. do not want to be in the top 10. There you go. Giovinazzi goes 7th quickest. Verstappen now in 9th. Herta 12th. Perfect on the tire temps. A little bit overheated. He's in a good spot. He's 13th right now. I could bring him in if I need to. He gets the lap started just in time. He's got traffic. That could slow him down a little bit. Van Dorn. Come on, Van Dorn. Uh-oh. Verstappen 10th quickest. He's through. He's through. Van Dorn screwed up his lap at the end. And Van Dorn did not improve his time. That would have been enough. That would have knocked Verstappen down to P11, which would have been perfect. Oh. Dang it. How's your lap looking? Slightly better. Okay, I can work with slightly better. Just don't be too much better. Well, if you are, you knock off Verstappen and just improve your own position. 7th quickest. So Verstappen, there we go. At least Verstappen in the perfect spot in P11. I like that. Colton, you just messed up your own race, but at least you set your teammate up perfectly. Q3. And we've got one set left at least for Colton, so we can try to get... Now I want to get as high of a position as we can. Since we're already screwed, we're already here. I only have one set to use. So we wait. Keep an eye on that weather, make sure we're not going to get some rain. Grip coming up. It's already medium. Now it's high. It's going to be very high soon. And it's going to stay dry throughout. Last set of tires, so one shot at this. Look at all those guys on the softs. We very well could be 7th here. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. One set left. One set stupidly is locked out. Yeah, Sanchez is slow and off pace. Harrell, Sainz, all slow. Giovinazzi within a second of Carla Gatta right now. That's going to be tough. That's going to be real tough to match, but we'll try. We got the tire temps up, but those brake temps a little overheated. Can we keep the tire temps up enough to bring those down a little bit? Okay, not bad, not bad. Perfect on the tire temps, just a little overheated. We've got just a minute left in the session. Grip is fully there, so the track is looking nice. What can Colton do? I think he should at minimum be P7. Can we squeeze him into P6 above Giovinazzi? He's not going to improve his time. He does not. Sainz a little bit quicker in his lap. How are we looking? Sector 1, 3/10 down. Looking good on Sector 1. Norris looking like they could be on their way to pole. No! Norris screws up the 3rd sector and goes slow. He was green through the first 2 sectors and did not improve his time. We are 6/10 down after Sector 2. Looking really good for 6th or 7th. 6th or 7th? 6th! Yes! Nice. Okay. And time is up. Time is up. That was the last... We're in. Everybody else is on in-laps. So 6th place for Colton Herta. Our best ever start in normal conditions anyway. Of course, only 4 of the big 6 were there. So we split the Toro Rossos as best of the rest. Savanin takes that title. We go 2nd best above Giovinazzi and then the 2 Williams. And 1 Renault into the top 10 shootout. But absolutely way behind because they had no tires left. They didn't expect to be here. Alright, so if you got to get into the top 10 at least you can manage to pull off a 6th place start. So we're going to start from P6, P11 in this one. I like that. I like that. Just barely, too. Would have been nice if I could have had Max there in 11th and could have gotten Colton in 12th. I would much rather be 11th and 12th than 6th and 11th. But at least if you're going to get in the top 10, at least we can pull off 6th place. Oh, and it's starting in the rain. It's starting in the rain. Actually, that means that's going to unlock the tires. It's damp. It's raining. Ooh. Ooh. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, man. There's no grip, but it's only slightly damp. It's not wet. So we're damp now. We're going at least 7 laps before it's going to be wetter than it is right now. So, it's unlocked. It's unlocked, though. It's wet, so you get your choice of tire. So it's unlocked. We can put both guys on the softs, super softs. Well, do we want super softs? Oh man, let's get in that car setup first and see where we're at. Tire choice. Okay, we have 13 laps possible. Colton doesn't have the tires, so I think Colton needs to be on the super softs. 13 laps, and that could be about where you're switching to intermediates anyway. The damp track should help keep the temps down on the tires a little bit. Now, trickier one though is, do I want you on ultras? You have 2 sets. That's 9 laps. So 9 laps, where's that going to put us? Right down the middle. And that could be after the point we're already switching to intermediates. So, what a weird start to this race. I don't want to use the ultras, but I'm going to use the ultras. And I have a second set. So if we put on intermediates for a little while, as the track hits that point, if it dries back out, we go back onto ultras to finish the race. Bold strategy. let's see. The whole thing that I'm crying about of why I want to start in 11th and 12th is so that we don't have the used tires. Now we don't have the used tires, so now that's no longer a thing. So now it's fantastic that Herod is up in 6th, and Max, at least not bad that he's in 11th. So, they're on a split strategy. Max trying a really bold strategy where we're going to switch to the intermediates when those tires run out. We'll see how the weather goes, if it is wet enough for that or not. But you can see right now we're only damp, and it's not going to get much worse than this, and it's not going to get worse than this until about lap 8 or 9, which is right about the time that Max would be putting on intermediates. So I'm looking at potentially a 2-stopper for Max. That's going to include intermediates somewhere around lap 8 or 9. And then when it dries back out, if it does, going back to the ultras till the end of the race. Colton, meanwhile, I think we're going to just try to stay on the super sauce. Let's see how the conditions are. Maybe go 1-stopper still, or maybe we have to switch as the weather gets worse. So, super soft and race trim, ultra soft and race trim. So we've got everybody on ultras or super softs, Signs on used super softs, Diaz Sanchez on used super softs, Harrell on used super softs, and then soft tires for all these guys. They're insane. They're insane. All right, here we go in Interlagos in Brazil. 5 red lights, and let's go racing. Had a decent start off the line, but he does get the Williams blocking him. Verstappen drops a couple places. It looked like he had a decent start, but somebody else was either better or just able to get ahead of him. But Colton holding on to 6th place for right now. Oh, the Renault. How did the Renault get through? Nakashita from 10th to 6th in just a couple of turns. Herta going backwards, but he's having a look around the outside, back up to P7. He's now got the inside track on the Renault and actually turns it into 2 positions. So 3 positions in 2 corners for him, and he's up to P5. Rain has just about stopped now. And there you go. Now it has stopped. So the track's going to begin drying out. Nobody on it. Intermediates. Everybody on the dry tires. Verstappen gets 1 spot back up to P12. Herta with ERS going behind. I thought he was going to keep that spot, but he does not. Wow, Savannah just keeps on going. He's up to 4th. Around Leclerc, the pole sitter. Right, wasn't Leclerc fastest? Alright, track dried out now, but it'll be back soon. And it does look like the rain is going to fade and start going away somewhere around lap 13. We'll keep our eye on that. Okay, cool those tires. Cool those tires. Oop, save it. Max, meanwhile, is up to P9, so he is making progress now on those Ultra Softs. When we get to the straightaway here at the front, that's Giovinazzi coming at me. Got the speed. Can he get back around? He does. Nice. He used enough ERS there to give him a big energy boost. Nakashita gets around, but he got back around. Here comes the rain again. Track just dried out, but now it's raining. Okay, back to neutral here. Fuel is good for both right now. Got a really good chassis for that. Both are good drivers. Both good for fuel use. 6th for Herta, 9th for Verstappen. Tires getting overheated right away again. Heat up so easy. And yes, that rain is continuing to fade after 12-13. Yet, they're not that bad. So it's looking like Herta could stay on the super softs and make that one-stopper work if the rain never gets any worse than it is and we just have a damp track. Verstappen, the intermediate strategy could work still. Could work still. We'll see. Max up to 8th place now. Continues to make progress through the field as he is on that better tire. I'm going to leave him on neutral for a little bit longer so he can push and try to get up around Nakashita. Goes. He's got a head of steam. He's coming. He's got the... No. Ooh, he had a look to the inside, but thought better of it. It's right up behind him now. I need to back off, though. Need to back off. He's got the inside. He's got the inside. Come on. Finish him off. Nope. Okay. Conserve. At 50% already on those. Okay, he's right on him this time, but Nakashita using the ERS to defend. Max using everything he's got. He's out of ERS and still did not make a pass. So So we'll back off again, and they actually closed up on Herta as Nakashita was used up all of his as well. Herta, meanwhile, brought those temps down so we can go neutral for a little bit. Try to open that gap back up, but right now, I'm loving our placement. P6, P8. We've either stayed put or gone up through the field slightly. No one has pit yet, but Verstappen's going to be one of the first. We only have 4 cars out on the Ultra Softs, but then we have those cars that are on the used Super Softs. A couple, 2 or 3 of those, and they're going to have to pit as well at about the same time. Max down to 38%. It's not going to be much longer before he has to make that first stop of the race, and I don't see any reason to put on the intermediates. I don't. So I don't know. We'll see how many laps we get out of those tires, and we might put on the Super Softs and then just push them. Or maybe we put on the other Ultras now, get as long as we can out of them, and then use the Supers at the end of the race and just push like crazy. Or even one more set of Ultras, one used set to finish the race. It's down to 31% right now on the tires. I should probably pit him this lap. It's lap number 9, so that'd be 9, 18, and then he'd have 5 to go. Or do we try to get 14? Try to get one more lap and go 13 laps. You can get 13 out of Super Softs. Nice. Herta moves up to 5th, getting around Savanin, whose Ultras are heavily used, so he's really slowed down this lap. Max just came around. He got around him too. I'm going to keep him on this conservative, and he needs to pit this time, and let's just go medium, even though I want him to back off a little bit this lap and let these tires last that little bit longer. So we're looking at 13 to go. Super Softs will make it to the end. So let's do it. I think we could pull off the one stopper here for Max Verstappen. Sainz, Savanin both fixing parts. It's making their pit stops last a while longer. You got overheated while I was a little distracted with Max. Max, meanwhile, is just about to hit the cliff where he's going to start losing time, and in fact, he's already losing time now. So let's put you back into a push pattern here. But he's not losing significant time. I mean, he's lost, what, half a second on this lap? Not that big of a deal to get that one more so that we can make it a one-stopper instead of a two-stopper. That one extra lap did not cost us much. Alright, go neutral and medium. You got some clean air, so we don't need anything crazy. Okay, so 4th place, and you've got ERS to use when we hit the front straight. But we've got to keep you... Well, let's go down to medium here. Max very quickly getting back into a happy zone on the fuel. Okay, so it's lap 12. If we can get one more lap out of these, so 1.5 laps out of these tires, he can go to the end on the Ultras. But is there really going to be a 15% difference between the Supers and the Ultras, or do I just pit this lap and go 11 laps on? Yeah, let's do that. You're just going to stay on the Supers. Why not? That's where your bonus is, and they will certainly make it to the end. Let's check this again. The weather... Okay, it is going to dry out. So, a pair of one-stoppers. Really didn't think we were going to get there with Max, but the conditions stayed the way they are. Max currently running in P13, And Colton is going to head into the pits from P3. And there's still a decent amount of cars that have not stopped, so he really is running in a really good place. Down to P8, P9, P10. Okay, so we are in P10 and P12 now. Not that big of a gap between the two cars. A little bit of rain still, but it should go away soon, and we stayed damp. So no reason to change to intermediates, and no one has done that. Herta is currently first, other than Margasov, of those that have pit. Verstappen is fourth of those that have pit. So virtual P2 and P4 at the moment, other than you've still got, got a Newgarden at the top. Leclerc comes out ahead, so Leclerc stays ahead. So now it's P3 and P5 virtually, with at least two cars that figure to be ahead of us. So are we P5 and 7? We'll see how things shake out soon. Now we can turn up the engine mode again. Both cars, lots of ERS. We're going to use some of that this time on the straight. Here on lap 14. Nakashita coming up behind us. Bit of a head of steam on this one. Fuel just about recovered now. Let's drop you down. Save up a little bit more here. It's lap 15 now. And we are close to Valdez, who has not pit yet. All those guys will be pitting soon. You know what? Actually, let's just go on medium. Save that fuel for the end of the race. Whoa, Carla got a pit and somehow came out still at the front. So, yes, that does drop us down that one spot. Newgarden might come out between us, possibly. Valdez is going to pit this lap. All those guys on the soft tire compound are just about done. Coming up on their pit stops, and they're slow enough that most of them anyway, Newgarden's really the only threat, and Ocon to stay ahead of us. Little ERS to defend that time for Herta, who I think it's time we turn things back up a notch. We've been playing it safe, playing it conservative for the last little bit. Now it's time to start defending against Nakashita here, as we are now P8 and P10. Alright, now they are both on identical fuel loads. Herta's tires are a bit more fresh, as he pit a few laps later. So now it's P6 and P8 looking really good. Nordstrom has not pit yet. Nordstrom will definitely be behind Herta. Should be behind Verstappen as well. Back somewhere just outside of the points, I would think, by the time he pits. Tires are in good shape. The fuel load's in good shape here. So we are primed for a really good run here. It's Newgarden ahead of us, so Newgarden pit and did come out ahead. Thought maybe there was a chance he was going to split. But he stays ahead, and he's able to go on the ultra softs to the end, so there's no way we're catching him. Which means right now we're the highest we can get outside of Bo Nordstrom, who has not pit yet. So outside of Bo Nordstrom, who will go backwards, I've got 2 Red Bulls on top. Here we go. He's pitting this time. He is pitting this time. And both cars get around. So that is P5, P7. P5 and P7 now with just a handful of laps to go. A little bit longer here. He's at 56%. So Herta now pulling away from Nakashita. Verstappen is starting to close him down. He's also got cars closing him down, including Lando Norris. That's going to be really hard to hold off Lando Norris. But we are getting down to the end. So let's go ahead and go neutral now. Can we keep them behind us? Can we catch Nakashita ahead? We're already looking primed for a really good finish. You got the 2 Red Bulls and the 2 Ferraris on top, so we've got best of the rest status. The 2 Mercedes, Mick Schumacher's in 20th. His disaster of a qualifying run, thanks to trying to go out when it rained, has been the same in the race itself, as Mick Schumacher is running in last place. Very likely due to a problem. I would imagine he had a problem to fix when he was in the pits. And we have just 2 laps to run. But here comes the Mercedes behind. There they are. Mercedes behind, but we're also trying to get that Renault in front. I don't think we're going to hold off Norris. He's on softs, that's why he's not catching us very fast. This is our best chance to hold him off. We opened up a little bit of a gap again. There you go. 1.3 seconds behind. And it's 2 seconds in front. Alright, time to push. Time to push, Herta. Time to push. Actually, you know what? It's not even time to push. Just drive neutral. Just drive neutral. Bring it home. You're locked into P5. Nakashita's not going to catch you. It is Max. It is Max who's got work to do still here. We're going to attack to the end here. One more corner, and then we light it up with the ERS. Should be enough. Should be enough. There you go. He's got his ERS going. He will not catch us. That's enough for P7. So P5, P7. Fantastic race for us on that one. Well done, well done. Bad news, though. Ferraris who were racing directly in the constructors, and they just finished 3rd and 4th. So Ferrari had a Ferrari day, which they have not been having a Ferrari season. So while there seemed nothing unusual about them finishing 3rd and 4th today, that's been the exception this year. They have not been doing that consistently, so I think we just lost 5th place in the constructors. We just had a fantastic finish in 5th and 7th. We're going to get a lot of points for that. And yet I think we're going to drop down to 6th in the constructors. We picked up 20 points. 20 points. But Joseph Newgarden is demoted 8 places for breaking the GMA rules. They got busted for using a bad part. So never mind, we get promoted to P4, P6. Leclerc does get 15, but we get 20, so we actually gain 5 points on them. So we just missed the podium. Newgarden demoted 8 places from 4th to 12th. Mercedes end up being the one with a really weak day, just 6 points for Lando Norris. And Mick Schumacher finishing in dead last. Everybody finished this race, no DNFs. 1 point for Bo Nordstrom with Force India. Ocon comes from 20th up to 11th, but cannot score any points. Renault grabbed 10 points, but I think that might have made us second best on the day. Oh, wow, look at that. Colton Herta now level with Max Verstappen on 91 points each with just 1 round left to go. So now we have a driver's fight. Now our chance of a top 6, not going to happen. Not going to happen. We win is the only way that it might happen to crack the top 6 for some bonus points in the gaming decathlon. But in terms of constructors, we've got 182 now. 10 points clear of Ferrari. And after that 20-point day, we are just 2 points behind Williams. So 2 points behind Williams, 10 ahead of Ferrari. That is huge as we head into the final race of the season. Now, in terms of getting a driver into the top 6, like I said, the only way that's going to happen is a race win, which is highly unlikely. Certainly, we can finish in the points. Can we beat out Williams, though? Ferrari 6th place in the championship is just insane. They finally get a good finish and get no points off of one of those drivers after they are found to have broken the rules. And we are very securely at this point in the top 6. And technically, we could still score enough points to overtake Force India, but that is highly unlikely. We're not going to run a 1-2 in this race. So, we're looking at 4th, 5th, or 6th, all to play for with just 1 race to go in the season. But that's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. And remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe and tune in next time on my Road to the Record. Bye for now.